Before color television, before streaming services, before binge watching was even a thing, there was I Love Lucy, a groundbreaking sitcom that didn't just entertain America, but helped define it. Premiering in 1951, I Love Lucy wasn't just a show, it was a cultural phenomenon, starring the radiant and hilariously expressive Lucille Ball as Lucy Ricardo and her real-life husband Desi Arnaz as the ever-patient but fiery Ricky Ricardo. The show followed the daily misadventures of a zany housewife who constantly found herself in absurd situations, all while trying to break into showbiz. From the unforgettable chocolate factory conveyor belt scene to Lucy stomping grapes in Italy, the series was pure comedic gold. But what made I Love Lucy truly special wasn't just the slapstick or the laughs, it was the chemistry. Whether it was Lucy's antics, Ricky's musical interludes, or the timeless bickering friendship between the Ricardos and their landlords, Fred and Ethel Mertz, played to perfection by William Frawley and Vivian Vance. The show gave audiences something they had never seen before: real, relatable people caught in hilariously unreal situations. With over 40 million viewers tuning in each week at its peak, I Love Lucy became the first television show to be filmed in front of a live studio audience using multiple cameras, setting the standard for sitcoms for decades to come. It won multiple Emmy Awards, ran for 6 seasons, and even after it ended, it never really left us. Generations have grown up watching reruns of Lucy's hilarious schemes and Ricky's exasperated, "Lucy, you got some splaining to do." The show has transcended time, culture, and even language, proving that laughter, love, and a little bit of chaos never go out of style. So today, we take a loving look back at this television treasure and remember the brilliant cast behind the magic, many of whom are no longer with us, but whose legacy lives on in every laugh. Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball was the undeniable heart of I Love Lucy. Her role as Lucy Ricardo, a quirky, curious, and always mischievous housewife, cemented her as one of the greatest comedic actresses in television history. Lucy's relentless attempts to break into show business, often against her husband's wishes, led to some of the most iconic moments in sitcom history. Whether it was stomping grapes, hawking Vitamea Vegamin, or hiding eggs in her blouse, Lucille's fearless physical comedy was unmatched. But Lucille Ball wasn't just a performer, she was a pioneer. She became the first woman to run a major TV studio, Desilu Productions, which produced not only I Love Lucy, but Star Trek and The Untouchables. Her influence went far beyond her screen presence. Lucille passed away on April 26, 1989, at the age of 77 due to an aortic rupture. Her death marked the end of an era, but her work continues to inspire generations. Her legacy is not just in the laughter she brought, but in the door she opened for women in television. To this day, she remains the gold standard for comedic genius. Desi Arnaz, the charismatic Cuban band leader who played Ricky Ricardo, brought flair, rhythm, and fiery charm to I Love Lucy. Ricky's role as Lucy's loving but often bewildered husband gave the show its balance. He was the straight man to Lucy's chaos, yet equally hilarious in his reactions. Whether shouting "Babaloo" or his famous "Lucy, you got some splaining to do," Desi's musical and comedic timing was perfect. Off-screen, Desi Arnaz was just as revolutionary. As the co-founder of Desilu Productions alongside Lucille Ball, he introduced many innovations in television production, including the multi-camera setup still used in sitcoms today. He was also instrumental in popularizing reruns, changing the TV business forever. Desi passed away on December 2nd, 1986, at the age of 69 from lung cancer. Lucille Ball was by his side until the end, and it's said her last words to him were simply, "I love you." His contribution to entertainment was not only as a performer, but as a visionary who reshaped the television landscape. Vivian Vance played Ethel Mertz, Lucy's best friend and fellow mischief maker, with warmth, wit, and impeccable comedic timing. As the landlady turned confidant, Ethel wasn't just a sidekick, she was an essential part of the show's chemistry. Whether she was helping Lucy sneak into Ricky's nightclub act or joining her in wild schemes, Vivian's Ethel provided the perfect foil with her sarcastic humor and down-to-earth charm. Off-screen, Vivian Vance was a trained actress and singer, having worked in Broadway productions before landing the role that made her a household name. Her real-life relationship with Lucille Ball started out tense, but blossomed into a lifelong friendship. Behind the scenes, however, not everything was as perfect as it seemed. Vivian was significantly younger than her on-screen husband, William Frawley, and the two reportedly disliked each other intensely. Vivian Vance passed away on August 17, 1979, at the age of 70 after a battle with breast cancer. Despite her health struggles later in life, she remained proud of her work on I Love Lucy and cherished her bond with Lucille Ball. Her portrayal of Ethel is remembered as one of the most beloved characters in classic television, and she helped prove that women could be funny, real, and relatable at any age. William Frawley portrayed Fred Mertz, the grumpy, penny-pinching landlord who was constantly trying to keep Ethel and Lucy's antics in check. With his dry delivery, old-school demeanor, and deadpan reactions, Fred became an indispensable part of the show's dynamic. He brought authenticity to the role. He really was a cantankerous, old vaudevillian, and it showed in his pitch-perfect comedic timing. Frawley had a long career in show business, dating back to silent films and vaudeville, but I Love Lucy gave him his most iconic role. Despite his on-screen chemistry with Vivian Vance, the two reportedly couldn't stand each other. Frawley also had a reputation for heavy drinking, which made producers initially wary of hiring him, but to his credit, he never missed a shoot and remained professional throughout the series. William Frawley passed away on March 3, 1966, at the age of 79 from a heart attack. Fittingly, he collapsed on a Hollywood street after walking home from a movie theater. Though he had a tough exterior, many who knew him said he had a soft heart and a deep love for his craft. His portrayal of Fred Mertz has become timeless, and fans still quote his grumbling one-liners with affection. Doris Singleton brought to life the character of Carolyn Appleby, Lucy's competitive friend and often a frenemy in their social circle. Carolyn was memorable for her slight air of superiority, her Hollywood name-dropping, and the ever-present tension between her and Lucy. Whenever she appeared, audiences could expect subtle shade, social rivalry, and plenty of comic fireworks. Doris appeared in about 10 episodes of I Love Lucy, usually stirring the pot in Lucy's personal life, often boasting about her connections, her son Stevie, or her fabulous parties. She was a perfect supporting character, polished, elegant, but with just enough edge to push Lucy's buttons. Outside the show, Doris Singleton had a prolific career in radio and television, appearing in My Three Sons, The Munsters, and The Twilight Zone, among others. She was known for her versatility and professionalism, always playing her parts with sophistication. Doris Singleton passed away on June 26, 2012, at the age of 92 from natural causes. She remained proud of her time on I Love Lucy, often appearing in retrospectives and tributes. Her legacy lives on in the episodes that showcased her perfect comedic contrast to Lucy's wild energy. Shirley Mitchell played Marion Strong, one of Lucy's gossip-loving gal pals, best known for her signature cackling laugh. Though she only appeared in a few episodes, Marion made a lasting impression as one of the Ricardo's inner circle and the neighborhood chatterbox. She often dropped in with the latest news and some unintentional insults, adding comedic tension to every scene she was in. Shirley was a seasoned actress, working in both radio and television for decades. Her voice was instantly recognizable, and she lent her talents to a wide variety of sitcoms and animated features over the years. Her career spanned well into the 90s. Shirley Mitchell passed away on November 11th, 2013, at the age of 94 from heart failure. She holds a unique place in I Love Lucy history, as she was the last surviving adult cast member from the original run. Her passing marked the end of an era, but her contributions to classic TV continued to bring smiles. Mary Jane Croft was a familiar face in the I Love Lucy universe, taking on multiple roles throughout the series and later appearing in The Lucy Show as a regular. On I Love Lucy, she most notably played Betty Ramsey, Lucy's snobbish but well-meaning neighbor in the Connecticut episodes. With her sophisticated demeanor and social graces, Betty represented the suburban ideal Lucy was always trying and failing to live up to. Mary Jane had a long-standing working relationship with Lucille Ball and was one of the few actresses to appear across multiple Lucy shows. Her polished delivery and flexible character acting made her a perfect fit for Lucy's world of ever-changing chaos. She also provided voices for radio dramas and cartoons throughout her career. Mary Jane Croft passed away on August 24, 1999, at the age of 83. Though not a lead, she was a vital part of the Lucy television legacy and remains one of the most cherished supporting actresses from that golden era of sitcoms. Rosalind Borden. Alongside her twin sister Marilyn, Rosalind Borden portrayed one half of the lovable twin act known as Teensy and Weensy in the episode Tennessee Bound. The Borden twins played cousins of Lucy who were living in the country, and their comedic timing and cheerful energy fit right into the I Love Lucy universe. While their appearance was brief, it was undeniably memorable, especially as it highlighted Lucy and Ethel's wild trip through rural America. Roz and her sister Marilyn were real-life performers who sang and danced in variety acts during the 1950s and 60s. They were frequent guests on television and performed with stars like Jimmy Durante and Ed Sullivan. Rosalind Borden passed away on January 23, 2003 at the age of 70. Despite a relatively short time on I Love Lucy, Roz left behind a legacy as one of the show's most delightful guest stars. Her spirited performance remains a fan favorite among classic TV lovers. Marilyn Borden, Roz's identical twin, played Teensy in the same Tennessee Bound episode. Like her sister, Marilyn brought warmth and humor to the screen. The twins were a novelty on television, not just because they were identical, but because of their natural charm and chemistry. Their energy, combined with Lucy's over-the-top antics, made for an episode full of laughs and heart. Marilyn had a slightly longer public presence after her sister's passing, often attending Lucy conventions and giving interviews about their experiences working with Lucille Ball. She spoke with great admiration of Lucille and credited her for giving the twins their big break. Marilyn Borden passed away on March 25, 2009 at the age of 76. She remained active in celebrating the legacy of I Love Lucy and is fondly remembered by fans of classic television. Margie List may not be a household name, but I Love Lucy fans will recognize her face in several episodes. She played various background characters such as sales clerks, neighbors, and passersby, bringing a natural presence and supporting charm to the show. In one standout appearance, she played a nurse in Lucy Goes to the Hospital, the famous episode where little Ricky is born, a moment that made television history. Margie was part of a network of reliable character actresses who appeared in multiple shows throughout the 50s and 60s. Her work extended beyond I Love Lucy into series like The George Burns and Gracie Allen Show and Dragnet. Margie List passed away on August 24, 1992, at the age of 83. Though she never played a main character, her consistent presence helped enrich the world of I Love Lucy and give the show its timeless charm. Elizabeth Patterson portrayed Mrs. Matilda Trumbull, the Ricardos' elderly neighbor. Initially skeptical of the Ricardos, she eventually became a close family friend and even served as little Ricky's babysitter. Her transformation from a nosy neighbor to a beloved confidant added depth to the show's dynamic. Born in 1874, Patterson had a prolific acting career spanning stage and screen. She appeared in numerous films and television shows, often cast as the quintessential sweet old lady. Her portrayal of Mrs. Trumbull was no exception, endearing her to audiences nationwide. Elizabeth Patterson passed away on January 31, 1966 at the age of 91. Her legacy lives on through her memorable performances, especially her role in I Love Lucy, where she brought warmth and wisdom to the screen. Frank Nelson was a versatile character actor known for his recurring catchphrase, "Yes!" on the Jack Benny program. On I Love Lucy, he played various roles, including a sarcastic clerk, a waiter, and other service industry characters, often delivering his lines with impeccable comedic timing and a distinctive voice. Nelson's ability to portray exasperated and sardonic characters made him a favorite among audiences. His interactions with Lucy often resulted in some of the show's most humorous exchanges, showcasing his talent for elevating even the smallest roles. Frank Nelson passed away on September 12, 1986 at the age of 75. His contributions to I Love Lucy and other classic programs have left an indelible mark on television comedy. As the lights dim on the golden age of television, the legacy of I Love Lucy continues to shine, brighter than ever. The actors who brought Lucy, Ricky, Ethel, Fred, and so many unforgettable characters to life may no longer walk among us, but their laughter, their warmth, and their brilliance are forever etched into our hearts. They didn't just perform, they invited us into their world, a world where mishaps turned into magic, misunderstandings into moments of joy, and ordinary life into timeless comedy. Lucille Ball taught us that it's okay to dream big, even if things get messy. Desi Arnaz reminded us that love and patience go hand in hand. Vivian Vance and William Frawley gave us friendship, even in its most complicated form. And the wonderful supporting cast built a world so real, we still return to it, decades later, with a smile. Though the curtain has closed for many of them, their laughter echoes in every rerun, their faces live on in every frame, and their work continues to inspire. I Love Lucy wasn't just a show, it was a feeling, a comfort, a companion, a spark of joy in black and white that has outlived generations and will continue to touch the hearts of many more. So as we say goodbye to the beloved stars we've lost, we hold close the joy they gave us, and we thank them for everything. If this tribute touched your heart, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt journeys into the golden age of Hollywood. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a trip down memory lane, and we'd love to hear from you. Which I Love Lucy moment or character lives in your heart forever? Drop it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and remember, laughter is timeless, and love, well, love is always in reruns.